Are you struggling to collaborate with another company on Microsoft Teams? What if I told you that two completely different organizations can chat, meet, and securely share files without merging tenants? Well, in this video, we will demonstrate Microsoft Teams Federation and show you exactly how to connect two organizations securely step by step. Welcome back to SphereSkills Technology, empowering tomorrow's learning. This is me, Jay Ganeshan, your trainer here. And without any further delay, let us get it started.
SphereSkill Technologies, empowering tomorrow's learning.
Hi guys. So today's session we will see how do teams communicate between one entity to another entity. So in day-to-day life we all will be using Teams as a communication channel between colleagues to communicate. So in that way, if you want to communicate with your clients also, we can able to use it and then connect with the client, right? So I will show you, like, I have logged in into my Teams by using my mail ID jganeshan at spearskill.info, wherein I want to connect with my another colleague. Let us say it is from jganeshan at gbsystems.tech. So when I am trying to connect here, you can able to see it will give information like it is not matching or it is not set to communicate with each other. So in that case, see, we cannot set up the conversation because your organization are not set up to talk to each other. So in that way, how do both entities will communicate? How to set up the Teams administration? So this is what today we are going to see in this session. Let us see in practical how do we make the Teams administration set right, and what are the other policies which can be put across enforced, and how do one entity can allow to be communicate with another entity. So let us see today how to set up the Teams policy set right to make both entities communicate each other. That is from one entity to another entity. So you all might be using Teams as a day-to-day communication channel between your colleagues to communicate, whereas Teams can be also made possible to chat or make a call with other entities, maybe with your client or someone whom you need to communicate, right? So we will see in practical how we can able to set right all those policies, what are other Teams administrations and rules has to be set across. So that is what today we are going to see. Stay tuned. If you are visiting our channel for the first time, please do subscribe and like this video and share it with the needy one whom this information found to be useful, right? First, let us log in into Microsoft portal. So once we log in into the portal, we will be having a admin here. So we will log in into the admin. So once we log in into the admin, we will have all the administration panel of Office 365. So we have seen how to set up the Office 365 yeah, from the scratch, right? So we have created the trial registration, and also we have established the connectivity. So all those setups is being done. If you guys have not watched that video, I will leave the card on the top. You can pick up the card and then have a look at it. So now we are going to see about the Teams communication. In the Teams, we have a Teams portal. So we are in the Microsoft 365 admin center. So here we can able to find the Teams network here. In admin center, we have a Teams network. Okay. So we will log in into Teams, where you define your entity policies. That is your company's policies. How do these teams have to be configured, and your employees or your users belongs to your organization, how do they handle the teams, and how are they allowed to communicate with the external network, or how to share the files between one entity to another entity. These all policies and features is going to be coming across in your Microsoft Teams admin center, right? So here you can able to see the dashboard, in which we will have a quick information. What is our immediate action? Those inputs will be provided. Overall collaboration and activity will be there. Any task or any action which has been alerted, and what is our utilization for the last 7 days or for the last 90 or 180 days, how much it has been used, and who is the user also can be found across. So this is like a handy input which we can able to get. And under the teams, manage teams, you will be having, where you can able to manage your team members, and what are the other policies and details can be put across in this Teams portal. We are going to configure the Teams policy. Here we have open Teams policy here. Under the Teams policy, so we will be having a organizational wide Teams policy, which will be a global impact to all the users belongs to your organization. If you feel like you don't want to have a global impact and you want to have a separate policy, you can have a separate policy here, wherein this policy can be selected to a specific user and can be applied to that specific user. If not, you want to create a global policy where globally you can able to make discoverable and then make the policy impact to all users of your organization. Yes, you can able to create it in the global organization wide default policy. So now let us set our policies. Okay, so we will see how we can able to set up the external access. So for that, both the entities to communicate together. So it has to be configured in the both the party side, right? So both the teams admin panel, this should be allowed to communicate with each other. Then only this will be happen. So we are going to log in into both the entity panel now. I have logged in into the admin panel of SphereSkill.info, where under the user you can able to find the option called external access. There are so much of the policies and things are been there in place, but we will be seeing this one by one. What are the benefits of this having these policies in place? And now to the context, make the communication happen established between these two organizations. So how do we achieve this? So here we have an option like manage external domain for this organization. So when it is been turned on, what happens? This will be set to allow to communicate with other organization. Perhaps it depends on the policies of that organization also, which is being governed by, so that these two can able to communicate each other, right? Allow or block external domains. So we have an option like allow external domain or only to a specific domain. You don't want to allow this entire or of your organization users to communicate to the whole world, but to a specific domain, to your specific client you want to allow them to communicate. It can be configured by this policy. Otherwise, by default you can allow it. When you have a service oriented or customer specific, you can able to communicate with multiple customers. In that way it will be very helpful. Allow all external domains to be communicated. People in my organization can have chat meeting and external users who have unmanaged Microsoft accounts. If you turn on, so personal users and then unmanaged Microsoft accounts also can able to communicate. Okay, so we have enabled even in the trial tenant account. The same way in the other entity also we will be enabling it, so that these two can able to communicate each other. So block specific user from communicating with people in my organization. If you want like specific user to be blocked, then you can add that specific email ID, so that this particular user from that entity will not be allowed to communicate with any of the users in your organization. Allow my security team to manage blocked domain and blocked user. So if you enable it, when your security admin, they can able to log in and then manage who are being blocked, who are being unblocked, and they can add or remove users from the blocked or unblocked list. So we have made the changes. External access is being enabled and we have granted the access, right? So the same way we can have to do it in the other entity also. We will do that now. I'm in gvsystems.tech. So here we will come and then configure the policies. So where I'm into the Microsoft Teams admin center, under which users external access. So here we are going to define what is the furthermore policies which is need to be configured. So allow all external domain, that is been allowed, and then people in my organization can connect with trial account. Okay, that is also being allowed here. So then we can able to update the policy and set across, so that these two entities can able to connect each other. Okay, so we have set up the access. So let us see if we are able to connect with the user externally and check how it works. Okay, it takes little bit of time for the policies to take effective. We'll check it after some time. So we have set this thing right. We will see now whether we are able to connect with the external domain. So once the both the entities are being set correctly, then yes, we will be able to connect with the external domain as well for communicating, right? So you are able to see earlier it was been completely blocking. Perhaps this was been allowed to communicate now. Okay. So but it is giving you a warning like it is a part of the external organization. It is possible they have message related policies which is being there in place. What will happen, the user is offline, so you can able to see the online or offline status of the user based on the policy what is being set across by their entity or the organization, right? So once the user is online, then we will be also able to see. So since here I am the user, so I will make it online. We will try to communicate with both the entities. Okay. So over here we got a input, that is a incoming message that Jai Ganesan at SphereSkill.info want to chat with you. So this person is from outside your organization. Whether do you want to leave this person to communicate with you? So it is asking for a acceptance. So I am accepting this. So once after this acceptance only, the user will be able to check whether they are in the online or offline state, and also the message will be communicated on the both the side. So now we are able to send messages to both entities, right? So now both the users are green because both the users are online, and also we have accepted the request, chat request, which has been sent by SphereSkills.tech to gbsystems.tech, and since it has been accepted, yes, we are able to communicate. So you see guys, it is very easy, right? So hope this is informative for you. So how to make two entities of teams to communicate each other, this is one of the practical need in everyday's life for businesses to run their support or in any other use cases to communicate with the external client, right? So we have seen it practically and set it right, and we have made the team's communication established. Thank you for watching. So this is me, Jai Ganesan, signing off for today.